Well, if you're a young guy and you like adventure, you're kind of open to all kinds of ideas about adventure. I shared the one about the pig farming, which never materialized. But as you talk with people, especially kind of guys that would want to go to the Libyan Sahara and work in the oil field, you find out that there are all kinds of reasons why they're out there. And most of them are adventure seekers, or they're out there because they want to make good money and do whatever. So I did meet another guy. It was an opportunity that never materialized because I decided to go to grad school. But this guy was working for a contractor, an oil field contractor, and he was pretty well educated and just really drawn into almost extreme adventure. He had a lot of stories to tell. He was a likable guy. And he was trying to recruit some other guys that he would meet in the oil field to join in a commercial venture that he had been planning. I don't know what his background was in terms of ships, but this is what he was proposing. And frankly, it really appealed to me at one point. He had this idea you could make a lot of money with a Chinese junk. Now, his concept of a Chinese junk, this goes back to the early 60s, was that some were made with teak wood. Well, teak wood is very scarce and it's very expensive. So he had this idea of getting a crew of about 5 guys, buying a Chinese junk that's made with teak wood, and then going into Oceania. That's all the island nations around Australia in the South Pacific. And he found out that a lot of money could be made hauling coal and water between these islands and other things that were needed. And Chinese junk was well suited for the kind of ocean situations they had. In fact, there were a lot of junks plying those waters. So the deal was, it's kind of clever, he had all this navigation equipment that he'd purchased, and he'd studied navigation, and he was a leader sort of guy, kind of a type of guy that would be the captain of a ship, and he wanted to get a crew of about 5 guys and this junk, and then go down there and start hauling things. What the deal was that he would make enough money, and he felt he could make quite a bit of money in hauling coal and water and other commodities. And then after about 2 or 3 years, take the junk up to Los Angeles, sail it up to Los Angeles, and sell it, not for the use of being a boat, but to sell the boat as a source of teak wood. And he believed there was a ready market for teak wood. I actually thought about that myself. I think I had quite an adventurous spirit. Wasn't tamed down at that time, and I was free to kind of dream about this and that kind of adventure. That never materialized, and I don't know that he did, in fact, follow through with his plan. Interesting people. They're all over the place. You learn a lot from them. You learn about things that are possibilities, and it kind of broadens your understanding of things that are going on in this world we live in.